Hello guys, and welcome to my anime channel. So today I wanted to give you a bit of a flavour of the ridiculous nature that is Pokemon at the moment. Obviously, EEVEE Heroes, the new set in Japan, has released as of today, and that's meant that people are putting ridiculous listings on these cards. And I just don't think people are willing to... They're not willing to buy at these prices. Don't even... If you get these, do not be tempted to try and sell them at these prices. You're either going to get defrauded. You know, some people will try and claim things and you might attract the wrong types of people and they will try and, you know, deal with you in that way. It's happened to me before. It's a bad experience, so please don't let that happen to you. Or you might be in a position where there's an argument or contested between you and the other party because something has gone wrong or the expectation on the product is not the same as the price that you're charging. Remember, the value often has to translate to the price. If you're charging £1,000, then you need to have £1,000 or so worth of quality. That's the whole idea. It's kind of almost like equivalent exchange. But please just don't adhere to this. Don't go into the hype. If you can see it for a reasonable price, my advice is anything maybe 105 or lower as a booster box. Go for it. These special edition ones, please avoid, because those are the ones that they're really hyping up the most and they're putting them at really stupid prices. So we're just going to be covering and going through a few of these. I'll also actually go into if we've got any historical data on this as well, if there's been any sales, so that'll also be part of today. As you can see, we've got 12 listing at the top, which is the highest price listing as of now. It's for £1,096.05 and it's for 12 of these. And they've already sold 12, so I'm guessing this is this must be a business, it can't be an individual, you know. No one is, right, if they've sold 12 of those, they've spent over 12 grand, you know, buying these. It's 12 grand to sell these at, wow. So they must have managed to have like a manufacturer or a supplier, or they know someone who's able to get them at, say, the manufacturer price. Or again, it might just simply be someone who has been doing this for quite a while. And of course, you get those who have opened up these packs and then they try and sell these cards separately, trying to get them better than the original pricing on that. I would mention as well, for the calculation on the box for the top one, I'm just going to bring up a calculator here. 1,096 divided by 12. Oh, okay, that's not too bad actually. It's they're charging at £91.33, which is the cost of the box. That isn't that bad. I'd actually be quite tempted to get that if I could. I can't afford it, but I would be tempted to get it if I could. But yeah, I'm saving out for some of the English product if I can. It's definitely not bad. That's actually cheaper than what I got it. I got mine at £92, so, you know, you're making a 67 pence. So I will take back what I said. Actually, for a listing on that, that's a perfectly fair price. You won't see any retailers dealing for less than actually that price. This one, though, is stupid. £703.96 for an Umbreon of a special art. You're gonna, if you might as well go for the top offer for this, because chances are you're going to pull at least several of these and you will have saved yourself however many hundreds of pounds you would have versus, you know, getting that. There we go. We've got now, we're getting a little bit more sensible, but this is still a ridiculous price on it. Leafeon, which is, you know, one of the various arts. I think they all have like 4 arts. They've got a V form, they've got a V Max, they've got an alternative art, and they've got some other form that I can't remember. It's a special artwork. And yeah, this is being offered at £578.55. Don't forget the postage in there as well, so that's an extra £1.41. So yeah, don't go for that. Again, see the difference between the top listing and then the next listing down, you know, that's a little bit more reasonable, but still, it's another Umbreon. Don't even go for that. Another offer for the same Umbreon. This is the kicker. This is what I was telling you about. This is the special gym box that people are going nuts over. The design of it is fine, but people are selling it for, what, £550? Don't, please guys, don't be stupid enough to go for any of these. It's not worth it. There we go. Sylveon, £489.03. Another Sylveon, same exact version, but it's £465.68. Just because it's a holo doesn't mean it's worth any much more. Another one of these, you know, gym boxes. a little bit more reasonable, another version of that. You've got people watching these listings, how likely these people are to actually collect them and actually purchase them, I have no idea. Then we've got the first of the Espions, £376.33. Glaceon at £357.03. Another Espion at £335.58. £356.25 for Glaceon. £346.21 for Glaceon. One of the ones I actually thought would have been a little bit higher is this design of this Umbreon here that you can see on the screen. I thought it would be a little bit higher than the other one, but maybe it's just not as sought out, or maybe at the moment the market is still trying to find out where it rests and where people are prepared to pay for it. Once that has been established, people will be adjusting the prices. You'll have certain versions that will go spiking up, and you'll have some that will spike downwards as well. But that can either work to your favor or it could work completely against you, so it's ill-advised to kind of really be responding to that. If you're going to get anything, go for the pure booster boxes for the time being. Just don't be reckless about it. There we go. We've got a Leafeon again, 302.66, 302.04. A Sylveon, £265.42. And you've also got the same value for the first Jolteon. We've got a different version of the Espeon, which is the secret rare, and that's £255.42. We got the Umbreon again, a different version of the Leafeon at £244.65. And we've got the Espeon and another Umbreon. This is the one that people are going mad over. This is the design. This is the whole reason why that special box that they've produced is getting as expensive as it is, because it guarantees that Espeon there, the one you see that's priced at £217.53. That's the reason, because it guarantees you that card. You can get it from any of the other packs within the booster box. It's not exclusive to that range. Simply, it might be better to invest in the booster box itself rather than this generic card, which I know it's a special art and it's going to be very pricey. It's not worth just for one card. Don't do it. Don't do it, guys. Then we've got the other Espeon. We've got a rainbow rare version of the Sylveon. Got our first of the alternative version of the Glaceon. So a lot of them are tending to be in the 200 or so range, and yeah, it's a little bit nuts. You've got the special Umbreon, you've got the new Gengar VMAX, which is also part of the set. You've got a new. They say that's not a Glaceon, that's a Vaporeon. So there's a bit of a trade descriptions disaster that they've put on there, or either that, or they just don't know what their Pokemon is. And then we've got Leafeon, we have Inteleon, which is the special version, it's Gigantamax. And we've got the expansion pack, £141.86. Don't do it, guys. Just ridiculous prices here, don't do it. EEVEE Heroes, so you've got Glaceon, another Glaceon, Flareon, that's the first one I think we've seen of that. Yeah, and all of these prices are still ridiculous. So I've checked on 50 per page, and I think I'll leave it like that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do now as well is I'm going to go back up to the top of the page, and I'm going to actually see which are the cheapest ones as well, because at least we got to have some kind of perspective here. Just because they're being listed at this price does not mean they're necessarily selling at this price. So yeah, it's just not worth your time or your effort, or putting yourself into a particular issue just to get some cards. So where is it now? There we go. We've got the highest price. If I just move my camera out the way, let's go there, and then we go to lowest price. There we go, and hopefully they're going to be a little bit reasonable on this. And you've got lowest price for Gordy is £20. So you've got nothing less than £20 for a particular card in this set. A little bit disappointing, but again, it's a case of when these are dealt with, when more cards are flooding the market, then these prices will vary. So £20 is the minimum, and it seems to be the least popular card of the series is Gordy. Don't know why. He's the Earth ground type gym leader, so maybe he's just not a popular character. Then you've got some of these VMAX versions, so these don't seem to be too popular. I can see why. They're a little bit too excessively shiny for me, and it's just like, my eyes type of thing. And yeah, they're just not the prettiest looking ones, a lot of them, so they're ranging from about £30 or so. You've got the first Aroma Lady, which is £34, £33, you've got 35, 37, £40, 45. That's still really expensive just for these types of Pokemon. It's just bizarre. Oh, there's a set here, it says for £68.94, but I don't know whether that's the entire set, the cards pictured, or whether that will just be when you enter the actual bidding itself, then it's not going to be the exact same. So as we scroll down here, we are getting the kind of pricing on them. We've got a box here, one of the special boxes. This isn't the same as the other box, which is like £300 plus. These are the, I don't know, they're not blisters, but they're their own like character boxes. You're guaranteed to have one of the 4 Pokemon on top, so it's either the Flareon, the Vaporeon, the Jolteon, or the Espeon. And I think you get 8 packs, but for that price, I would rather stick with just getting the booster box. You know, at least you're guaranteed to get decent cards there. And of course, you've got job lots coming up as well. That, you know, that's predictable. So £100 for, you know, it's fine, but it's just not gonna. People should stop kind of frantically going on about it. And I hope people use their common sense just to see what is actually happening with the market before they kind of invest too much. I've invested a little, but I don't think it's too bad, and it's not. I don't spend massively anyway, so you know, I will kind of reinvest things a little bit later on. I might sell a few of these to make back the money, but definitely I'm not going to be kind of going for anything overly excessive. So here we are, guys. So in the break that I've just had, I've also been just quickly searching and seeing the cards that have sold, because those are the listings that matter. It's not the ones that I just put on the store, because some of those might not actually move. It's the ones that sell. So of course you've got various versions of these. This is obviously very desirable, you know, 12 boxes sealed, you know, £91.33 as I mentioned before. Definitely a good deal. I understand why that's sold. This I am surprised about. Maybe they got into the hype a little bit too early. This was sold on the 29th of April, even prior to a couple of weeks before this got its, well, this is 3 weeks before it's gotten its release in Japan anyway, so people have been a bit hyper about this. Someone sold it at 141, so that's for one set. 134. You've got 125 for just a box as well. 120 for some pre-set versions. 120. There you've not really got, no, there we go. There's one decent one which was sold at £90. I think that is relatively good. Again, this is where the market was at that time, and it was sold on the 30th of April, about a month before these got introduced, and maybe the hype for them was just not given. And it doesn't seem to be too many more listings. You've got pre-orders here, that's £79.95. If you got it for that price, congratulations, that's probably the cheapest you're going to get them for a while. And yeah, I don't see anything else going for that type of price. No, I cannot see anything else in the market. Yeah, congratulations if you got it for that £75 or so. You've beaten the market. You've beaten me, actually, because you've actually been smart enough to target it at the right time. Yeah, £80. That must be the lowest rate at the moment, and I think that's fine. I think that's definitely, the person is actually profitable because they will make a small margin of income. It's not much. I think if you're an individual seller and you've bought it off just from a retail store, like I said, the retail came down to about £73. So you might only just be breaking even. You might make a couple of pounds in profit. I don't think that's necessarily a good model. I think the £90 version is probably the best way to go about it, so you're making a little bit of money. But again, I think this is fine, and the decision has been, you know, up to the seller what they wanted to sell this at. What do you guys hope to be getting from the set? Do you think you're going to be investing in this? Or are you going to kind of forget about this for the time being? Do you live in Japan? Are you one of these people who have been waiting outside of these stores? If you have, I'd love to hear about your experiences. I'm a UK national, so I don't know what it's like in Japan. I see some of the pictures sometimes of the queues that they have. I know for things like iPhone in this country, when it goes to like Oxford Street, you do get lots of mostly Chinese and Japanese people who will queue round blocks for days. They will camp outside the store for days just to have the glimpse on the latest smartphone. And I'm sure this is the same happening within Japan for these. Hopefully the kind of extent and the heat will die down. And I will let you guys know when I will be getting my booster boxes as and when I get that email. I'm not keeping my hopes up at the moment because I'm sure they're going to have to fulfill quite a few orders. And I just generally don't know the rough time. I don't get things from Japan often. In fact, I don't really get anything from Japan. If I get orders for different types of things, I tend to either get it from Europe or I will get it from America. There are a few things I have been interested in getting from Japan. I really like some of my brother kind of introduced me to some of these Japanese sweets and the soft drinks and the different flavors like the lychee and various forms of that type of thing, yuzu, those types of flavors. So I'm definitely looking forward to maybe getting some more stuff from Japan in the future. Whatever you think, guys, leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily anime content.